I'm with my gal in Portugal.
Aww.
Portugal. I just kind of had to put a little twang on it.
Portugal.
That's
so cute. Are you going to put that in a IG caption? Post?
I think people would be
grid?
like, I'm with my gal in Portugal. I don't get it.
What if you put Porty-gal?
I mean, it ends with gal, so maybe they'll get it.
It was great. I love it. Guess where we are then?
We are in Australia. No, we're in Portugal.
That is right. So we just flew from Madrid.
Yes. Lily had to read that note. She couldn't remember where we came from.
Super.
It's true. It's kind of hard to keep track of. I'll give her credit, but
You're
it
right.
is kind of.
Thank you. Super easy flight, right?
Yeah, very easy.
You didn't even have to take your laptop out at the airport, which was a perk. But weirdly, we had to take out our
yes, every liquid. Well, it was kind of confusing because it was like you don't have to take your shoes off, you don't have to take your laptop or electronics out. So you're like yes, but then it would be like any liquid, whatever. So it'd be like your toothpaste, your shaving cream, even if it's like shipping size. You have
serums, all the face,
face stuff, moisturizer, your skincare, other things maybe you don't want to take out. I don't know.
But yeah, so we had to take out our toiletry bag.
I had to take out my weed? No, I'm kidding.
If you have a toiletry bag, then it's really easy, right? You just pull it out.
Yeah, but mine's in the bottom, and it's who would have thought that's what you got to do when you fly? I feel like every single country has a different protocol for what they want.
Yeah, it's everyone just like picking what they want to be strict on.
Which really means it's all bullshit. Like it doesn't mean anything.
What are you checking for in my moisturizer?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
There's a note from a Russian spy.
Yeah, but the flight was pretty easy and you don't have to go through, I think we just realized, in between countries in Europe because they're all within the EU. You don't go through passport
basically
control.
No customs or any of that stuff because we're like, what? We can just walk out and then we like slowly go outside and I'm like, I'm outside. I'm not looking back. We're going. Yeah. I'm like, I didn't do nothing, but this
it is
weird.
Like I want the stamp that I was in Portugal.
Yeah, true.
I don't get no stamp.
No, you don't. You only get the stamp from the country you enter, and the country just the country you entered, right?
I guess.
Unless it's from your own country.
Right.
Like I don't have any U.S. stamps in my U.S. passport.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of redundant.
Yeah, but we left Spain, which means we left Spanish behind.
Yes, there's no more Spanish.
Thankfully, though, Portuguese is like Spanish first cousin.
No, it's not though. So
second.
No, you know what Portuguese sounds like to me, and you can't speak Portuguese, but Portuguese literally sounds like if you took Europe and you tipped it up on its side and then you shook it like a salt shaker, and everything just kind of trickled down into the West country, the Western, and it all collected and it conjugated. That's Portuguese. Because it sounds like German, it sounds like Russian, it sounds like Spanish. Like they always start off, they're like, "Como es?" It sounds like someone's making up a language. It doesn't make sense, right?
Yes. Okay.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here.
Second cousin.
It's not inbred. Let's put it that way.
Third cousin.
They're acquaintances. Okay.
Italian is the second cousin.
Yeah, and that country's way further.
Yeah.
Portuguese should be way more similar to Spanish, and it's like somehow they just went off the fucking rails.
It's kind of similar, but I get what you're saying. Like, I feel like it's written similarly. It's just how they say it. Yeah, sure.
They put J's instead of B's.
Sounds weird.
Yeah. Cerveza.
I mean, not weird.
Cerveja.
Yeah. Balsam.
Gracias. Obrigado.
Well,
so similar.
Different. Okay, that's one example.
There's a million words.
Bring a Portuguese on.
Yeah, and they'll be like, we don't speak Spanish. And I'm like, exactly. You're not even close.
But thankfully, we were hearing a lot of English around, right?
There's a lot of English. Our first guy, I mean, you can kind of understand what they're trying to say. But language barrier wasn't that bad. No, honestly, we never had to like try and speak Portuguese.
No. I feel like we were saying obrigado as like a tourist thing to say.
Right. When you're like, go to a Mexican restaurant, you're like, hola, yo quiero taco numero dos. It's kind of like that.
Exactly.
Where
they're like which one?
Yeah, they're like, what do you want? Just tell me in English, bro.
What do you want to drink?
Yeah. No, it's totally, I mean, yeah, so we went to Lisbon. That was, I don't know if we said that. That was the city we went to.
Mm-hmm.
Lisboa. is how the locals say it. And I was thinking about it. I was like, because when we're planning this, I was like, I don't know a lot of people that have been to Portugal, but I know it is beautiful. And big wave surfers and all these people always come to this coast, and it's on the coast. And I was talking to you about it, and you're like, oh my God, me and all my friends know it's amazing.
Yeah, well, not to flex, as how you've been saying, but I had already gone to Portugal.
I know. You're like,
and I loved it.
Yeah.
No, it's so unique, I feel like. Also so European. I know what you're saying. Maybe not that many people come, but I was also like, all my friends knew about it. Maybe it's also because a lot of my friends studied abroad.
Yeah.
In Europe.
Flex.
So
No, I'm kidding.
that means you go visit a lot of the other countries.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was one of those things where I honestly, maybe I had some friends that are gone, but they never talked about it. So I don't think there has been. But as soon as we were taking our Uber, the Uber driver was like, so it's like there's a lot of Americans coming through here recently. Like, I feel like it's not a normal thing.
Well, I feel like in the last year, because I think also Portugal was named like best country to visit. Everyone says it's so cheap, all that stuff.
No, it's great. We stayed in my first hostel. I've never stayed in a hostel.
But I wouldn't know if I would consider that a hostel. It was like a hybrid.
No, exactly. So
I wouldn't call that your first.
No, it's not a traditional hostel. It's just basically it was a hotel room and I had a shared bathroom.
Yeah, but it wasn't like
and a shared
the
kitchen.
Hostel in sense of like that community and that like.
I didn't sleep in a bunk bed.
No.
And I didn't have anything stolen from me.
Well, nobody gets stuff stolen.
Organs and stuff. Was that horror movie?
You have a terrible idea of hostels.
Everyone does though. I told you my dad was like, you're staying in a hostel. You got your computer with you. Lock it up, Will.
That's not what young people think.
Sure. What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
Huh? Aren't you? You're about to be in your late 20s. Leo would never date you. Okay, Leonardo DiCaprio would decapitate that relationship with your old ass. Okay, so don't you bring
I'm still young. Okay.
You're barely hanging in.
Anyway, it didn't have that community that like let's hang out, that like common area, right? Where everyone gathers. Like
common area.
So it was a weird.
No,
in between. Nobody talked to each other.
No, the only time I saw any of the people that were near us was when I accidentally walked in on the restroom because they didn't lock the fucking door.
Yeah.
And he's brushing his teeth. And you did too.
I did it too.
That dude was always brushing his teeth.
And he didn't know how to lock the door.
No, he didn't know how to fucking, yeah. What's the deal?
Yeah, so it's like a hybrid, but I mean, it was in a great location. We were literally a street away from Pink Street.
Yeah. It's a major part of Lisbon. Like, it's probably the main attraction almost. Like, it's in the center of everything.
Yeah, it has a bunch of restaurants and bars. And it's really cool. I mean, in the daytime, it's more like low key, but that's when everyone's taking their photograph because literally the floor is pink.
It's pink. It's like the yellow brick road, but it's the pink, not brick road.
Yeah.
It's just a road that's
pavement.
Pink. It's a street that's pink.
It's the pink pavement pathway.
Whoa. Did you just do that?
I just did that.
Wow, look at this little beat poet. Portugal with my gal on the pink pavement pathway.
Yeah.
And we partied.
I don't know.
The P's make it hard.
But yeah, it was in a great location, but something about Portugal, Lisbon specifically, and its location, it is extremely hilly.
Oh my God.
I did not remember this at all. It's like every other street we're going uphill.
Let me tell you something.
I didn't remember from the first time I came.
I had a great ass beforehand.
Okay.
You know buns of steel? I got buns of granite infused with diamonds. This shit is rock hard. Okay, boy? I'm talking, there is no jiggle. It is all solid.
I know. I'm like, okay, now really put me in a bikini.
Oh, for real, right? This thing is...
booty's popping.
Yeah, because it literally, you're like, oh my God, it's only like a third of a mile down the street. But it's straight uphill. Just an incline. Oh my Lord. Everywhere.
Yeah. So, like, definitely I was thinking the whole time, like, if my mom ever wants to come here, which she does,
really?
I have to really let her know this.
Oh my Lord. There's hills on hills. I mean, but I will say they have, if you want to explore the city, the big thing there is tuk-tuks.
My mom would totally take those.
Of course you pay for a tuk-tuk. A little tuk-tuk.
It's like a...
It's a go-kart. It's an open go-kart, but it's a tricycle, right? It's 3 wheels, and the guy steers it with like not a steering wheel. It's handlebars.
And they do like little tours too. So he's like talking to you.
Tuk-tuk. Sounds like
he's driving you through all these places.
Someone named their dog that.
I like it. Tuk-tuk.
Our Uber driver was like, yeah, tuk-tuks in America? And we're like, no, we don't.
Well, the whole time I was like, ugh, what lazy people are taking those? And then by the end of it, I was like, I want a tuk-tuk.
Cuban madres.
Yeah.
And probably every American except for us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But they do have those if you want to check it all out.
And everyone driving their cars through these little tiny, swivelly, hilly streets.
You know what's crazy? So the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, it's hilly as shit. I would hate to have... I don't know if you ever driven a stick shift. You never driven one.
Not.
Oh my Lord.
I can't
Your
even
nightmare of a stick shift is on a hill, and the whole place is hills, and every car is a stick shift. Every single one of our drivers drove a stick, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this?
Oh, did you notice that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I assumed, but I wasn't looking.
They're like, vroom, 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 vroom. I mean, they did pretty good, but then none of us were stuck on a hill, but it was still just like, why would you guys even... This should be outlawed. If I was the mayor, I'd be like, no more... manual cars can be driven.
Are they
in the
like
city.
cheaper to make or something?
No, I just
or are they just better to go uphill actually?
maybe in Europe it is a little bit more expensive. It'd be like having automatic windows versus like rolling them up.
Right.
You
That's
know,
a big difference.
maybe. I mean, yeah, right. So the prices though, if you're not a princess, they're great. They're so good.
Yeah. And we talked about how prices in Spain were like incredible, specifically in Madrid. I think Lisboa was true. It was pretty good prices for sure.
A little bit.
Obviously, you have your little bougie places, but I think you can get really cheap food, really reasonable price food. Like
more like Barcelona style. Like you just kind of look a little bit further.
Yeah.
But you'll find it. It's all still relatively cheap.
Yeah.
You know?
And we had all different kinds of food, right? So like straight off the bat, we started off...
Straight off the bat? No one says that.
Right
off the bat. Straight off the bat.
Straight off the airplane. We had...
we curved off the bat.
Curveball.
Yeah.
We had burgers.
We did.
And they were recommended to us.
Right, because they have a lot of burgers and pizza there, and you're like, wow, they want Americans to be here.
Yeah, and it was an Australian that was recommending it to us that we met in Barcelona. So we were like, are you telling us this because... Oh, he was...
No, he wasn't Australian.
New Zealand.
Yeah, oh my Lord.
New Zealand.
How dare you? That little island, that's not Australia. No, it is. It sounds
Don't cancel me.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were like, are you telling us this because
we're American, right?
And we want burgers?
Yeah.
Like, we haven't had a burger in like 3 months.
Wait, what spot do you recommend? Where are you from? Atlanta? Well, I know a great chicken wing spot.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, man, I want the local. But they do love burgers.
No, it was everywhere. Like almost every other restaurant.
And kebabs. Man, Middle East.
Yeah.
The Moors really
kebabs
ran their seed through all of that, you know?
Which we learned in a walking tour.
We did.
But we love kebabs. So
we do.
We'll keep it.
I love it. Please keep continuing doing that. They're great. But the burgers are great. That was what the first meal that we had. It was a really cool restaurant. Cultura de Do Hamburger.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah. And then our kebab place was called Burgers and Pizza.
Yes.
But I never saw any pizza.
And I didn't see any burgers. They just served kebabs. And they served, and we always order this. We've been a couple times now. We always order chicken nuggets. And
I don't know why we keep doing that.
Well, because why don't we are.
We're drunk.
That is American as shit. I feel
like
everyone thinks burgers and hot dogs. I'm like, I think chicken nuggets.
I love chicken nuggets.
I don't know. I don't think that's anywhere else in the world. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe what if it was like Filipinos like love chicken nuggets or something?
Why does that sound like it'd be really good to have a chicken nuggets? So.
Oh, you're really considering it? Like sweet and sour chicken nuggets
tonight.
Oh my god, I love them with Chick-fil-A sauce. Canceled.
No, we'll do that in Atlanta.
Hell yeah, we will.
But we also had some traditional pork sandwiches that...
Wait, no, you're skipping over the fact that we had amazing seafood on Pink Street.
Oh, the amazing seafood. So even on Pink Street,
so
which
Portugal
would be...
Yeah, is known for seafood.
Yes.
Yes.
For sure. So I was like, we have to eat it.
Pink Street is like their Times Square. Like this is the main part. This is the butthole of their capitalism, if you will.
Yeah. And it was still super reasonable price. Like I think for 12 euro, we had a whole giant fried fish with like roasted potatoes and a salad.
Yes.
And then we had a calamari.
What do they call it though? It's squid. It's fried squid. They always say
fried squid.
And squid just sounds grosser. I don't know.
But it's calamari.
I want the Italian word of squid. I want the calamari. You know?
Yeah. No, they do.
They all call it squid, but it is calamari.
Yeah. And then we had these little, they look like empanadas.
That'd be a great last name, right? Giorgio Calamari. Anyway.
Ooh, Leliani Calamari.
Leliani Calamari. Ooh.
That'll be my brand name.
Yeah.
I do love
That's
calamari.
your fragrance? Fragrance is by Leliani Calamari.
Yeah,
it's like fried squid. All right, then what? Shoes?
Maybe bikini line.
You want that oily squid crotch?
Leliani Calamari.
She got that squid crotch. It's like, what does that mean? I think I know what that means, but that sounds gross.
No, just like bikinis and the sea. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, I took it the other way. So, but just let us know in the comments.
Take a poll.
Right. So anyway, what were you saying?
Oh yeah, they
Squid
have these little
pussy, no.
empanadas. Baby.
I know. Go.
They have these little empanada things that are codfish.
Yeah. Just fried it's like fried balls. I feel like every time in Europe, like their traditional thing is a fried ball of something.
I'll take it.
Like in Spain, it's croquetas. It's a fried ball of jamón and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Portugal, it's like it's this. What do they call it again?
Oh yeah, it's codfish.
Well, it's codfish, and then they add cheese. But then traditional Portuguese people are like, cheese is gross, but everywhere sells it with cheese. Yeah. So you're like, I'm confused. It's shit.
Yeah. We tried it with cheese. It was good.
Yeah, Portugal was amazing. Lisbon was amazing.
Yeah.
But
okay, so we had the seafood, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And then we also had these little pork sandwiches that Anthony Bourdain went to this cafe.
Yeah.
And they were literally €2 for this big pork sandwich, €2 for a hamburger. So that's what we mean. Like, you can go a little bougier, but you can also stop by this cafe and get a €2 sandwich.
And that's with queso. So it's like you get. I think it was $1.80 or €1.80. But if you wanted some queso, it's only 20 more cents. But the bread was amazing. They dip it. It was really good. I don't eat pork. I usually don't eat red meat.
You used to not eat pork. You mean you've been in Spain for a month and you've
what do you want me to do?
Cuban for
hey, do you have this in Turkey? And they're like, I have it in. I'm gonna slap you in the face.
Spit on your face.
Yeah. They're like you in Turkey means just it's under the slice of cheese is just a layer of a loogie. Like, this tastes kind of good. it's like a lot of tobacco-y kind of saliva.
But they put this little oil too on the sandwich, and you said it worked, right?
I honestly couldn't tell the difference between the two.
Oh, okay.
So one of them you put oil like this. The guy we ordered with this. She looked. I mean, bless her heart. Bless her in the South. You know what I'm talking.
You know what are you gonna say?
Bless her,
just
sweetheart.
Skip this part.
She's a great lady, but there's a reason her dad could marry her off. Let's say that. So great. But she understood English. So we ordered through her. But then the guy who was like making the sandwiches and took everything, he didn't know a lick of English, which I loved. But he was great at charades. Oh my God. You know?
Yeah. Anyway, what do they have for dessert and breakfast and dessert again?
They're called tarts.
Custard tart.
Custard tart. Oh my God, it's two terrible words.
They're really called, actually I forgot, pastel de nata? Pastel de nata.
Yeah, but everyone calls them tarts. You gotta have the tarts.
Well, that's the English word.
Which I will say, they are good. They're very good.
Oh, they're so good.
But the word tart just is not a good word.
Why? I think that's a you thing.
No, because tart, first of all, think about it. Tart sounds like fart right off the bat, right? Not tasty. Okay?
I don't know. I think of like an apple tart or a fruit tart. Fruit tarts are good.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. I was trying to have one every day we were there.
They're pretty good. I just don't like that word. I don't know. It just sounds like it was going to taste bad.
Yeah, everyone has their word they don't like.
Yeah. It'd be like if I was like, hey, you want to try this delicious food and it's called queef? No, I swear it's good, but you know.
But yeah, so the food was pretty good. The coffee was great.
Yeah.
But as we're pre-gaming and drinking,
Yes.
in Portugal, or at least in Lisbon, it's legal to walk around with open containers.
Yeah. You can totally, it's like New Orleans or Vegas. I mean, it's not like that because it's Europe, so it's classy. It's classy. They're not just throwing up in the streets.
No.
But it's great. And it was like the big thing in Lisbon is like you buy a drink and the point of buying a drink in a bar is you maybe take 2 sips and it's walking to the next bar. Like that's what they all do. And that's what we did. So we bought some big old drinks. Also the whole time, I mean, you're a girl, so you didn't have to really experience this, but as a guy, oh my God, all these dudes will all come to me and they go, marijuana, hashish, MDMA, cocaine, it's great. It's like, I don't want nothing, bro. I'm from Atlanta. You know what that means to me? That means I'm going to get robbed. So stay the fuck away from me, dude.
Yeah, no matter what time it was.
I got a random dude coming up to me, man. Yeah, well, no, it's usually in the evening.
Usually in the evening, but they were doing it in the daytime in that busy shopping street.
Yeah. And they want to pull out a little bag. And they're like, look, I got good shit. I'm like, I know you don't, bro. Get away from me. You're going to get swarmed as a younger looking guy.
Yeah. But we did have fun.
Younger looking, not old, young looking.
Yes, baby.
Fella.
The youngest. Anyway, so we went out with the youngings.
Yeah.
We went to a pub crawl.
We did.
Lisbon is definitely known for going out.
This is the first one. This is the first one we did that had a power hour too.
Yes.
And all you can drink.
So a whole hour. All you can drink.
I think it's more normal. Like I think Madrid is the only one that, in Barcelona, doesn't do it.
Yeah. All you can drink beer and wine.
Yes, beer and wine. Yeah. Beer and wine. But there was also, it was really annoying because they did it as the second bar. So you're like trying to get through that first fucking bar.
But not for everyone. Some people went straight to it because basically it was a really big group. So you get divided into like Group A, Group B, Group C, even though we're all in the same pub crawl.
You know that for a fact?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so Group B went to the all-you-can-drink first.
Oh, what the hell, man?
Yeah, we were just in the wrong group.
Wrong wristband group.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so lame.
Yeah. So the first hour was pretty awkward, but...
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
We made friends with this one cool guy.
Yes, a couple cool people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very awkward. It was just like, imagine being in a bar with just a bunch of like 15 sober people.
Yeah.
And they're all just like waiting.
It was a traditional like girls over here, guys over there.
Right. Like that's how it kind of, I think there's usually more dudes than girls at these.
Yeah, I would say so.
Not all of them at all, but I feel like, I guess now that we've done like 4 or 5, I would say consistently it'd be like, I mean, it's just like in normal circumstances, like guys want to party more than girls. Girls rather not do that unless they have a group of girls.
Or they want to go to like nicer bars, maybe.
Yeah, they're like, we'll get dinner and then we'll go to this nice place and have a glass of wine.
Yeah. Ooh, but we did do that the next day. And that was a really nice place, right? On Pink Street?
I don't remember. Oh, for dinner?
No, for drinks after dinner.
We went to a brothel. It was very nice. Very nice. Classy.
To be a brothel.
There was just whores everywhere.
Baby.
What? That's a brothel.
There were also instruments of sexual pleasure.
That's so woke. I love it. Instruments of, hey, excuse me, can I partake in one of your instruments of sexual pleasure? And they're like, absolutely. You said 7 words instead of 1 word to describe a person, so that means you're fucking woke.
Yeah, well, they had a whole, like, glass up.
Penises.
They had other things?
No, the girls I was sitting next to, like, this is so sexist. And I'm like, it's sexist in a brothel to have penises?
I don't think they knew it was a brothel.
Yeah, I don't think they did either. I didn't know. How did you know?
Well, it wasn't currently a brothel.
Lily, were you like searching or something?
I'm
Googling?
like, let's go to a brothel.
Male brothels, where are they at? Was it a male one actually?
No, it was a woman.
You sure?
I think.
How do you know? Yeah, I think. Because guess what? In that little disco waiting room.
Anyway, it was a fun place.
No, it was great. It was super fun. It was really fun. There was a big old line. It's on Pink Street. Do you remember what it's called?
I don't remember what it's called, but it's on every article. Like, if you go to Pink Street, you have to go there.
Yeah.
I think that's how I knew, because I was reading a bunch of articles about what bar to go to.
Yeah.
And it was literally like, 200 steps away from us, like a block.
It was a turn.
Yeah,
One turn.
We love that.
And then we're right there, and it was great. No, Beach Street's great. Stay near there. We loved it. So we did that.
It was also near all the meeting points, which was nice.
Sort of. No, all our meeting points were up a massive hill, but everything was.
Yeah, but it was like less than a 10-minute walk. But yeah, it's up a hill.
Yeah, 10-minute walk, but just a 90-degree incline for this great ass I got now. So whatever.
There you go.
Shout out inclines. Another beautiful thing that Portugal always had was incredible sunsets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, any beach city has great sunsets.
It wasn't a beach, but it was by the water.
Ocean. River is what they call it, but it's really a channel, if I'm going to get linguistically.
Oh, okay. I never know the difference in those like water, bodies of water.
Sure.
Except like an ocean.
Like I know ocean. I don't know, what's a lake? What is that? A little ocean? What's a pond? A smaller ocean? What's a river? A long ocean? Is that what you're saying? I get it. I get what you're
I like it.
Okay. Like, explain it to me like that. So the sunsets were great, and every single viewpoint, there was always a live musician, because they love like chill, like, I don't know if you ever listen to like French jazz or anything or Spanish jazz or any of that, like da 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 da. So it's like live music. It's unbelievable, and there's usually
a great Spotify playlist also. No, but this was in real live form.
Yeah. They're all so chill and amazing, and you're just like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, but no, that last sunset we saw, they also have a lot of
gets cold
viewpoints throughout the city, which they call Mirador de blank, Mirador de
Sports.
So then this one was called Mirador de Santa Ana de Monte, which is viewpoint of the Lady of the Woods or something like that.
Something like that, yeah, totally. That checks out.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That was like life-changing a little bit.
No, it felt amazing. I mean, I was freezing my balls off.
You were not prepared. I told you, you're not going to bring a sweater.
Did you tell me that?
Yes, I did, baby.
You were just kind of like, I wear a jean jacket in 90-degree heat.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
And you still sweat your pits off.
Oh, yeah, that's because that's when I'm traveling and I have to carry it, so I put it on.
Well, whatever. So, in the city, obviously the coast, I don't know if you ever lived near a coast, but the coast...
It's not a coast, the river. I don't know.
The coast, it is. Shut up. What are you talking about? Hot in the day, the sun is hot. Yeah, okay.
No, the temperature drops.
Big time. So, but it feels great when you're going out. Like, you wear pants, and you probably wear a light jacket, and you're not going to sweat. Except for Miami. Miami's the only place that's just hot 24/7.
Yeah, I love
near water. Yeah.
Madrid's pretty much was hot. Like, it dropped a little bit, but it was still pretty hot.
It was hot all the time, but it's not near water, so it goes against what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
Vegas is really pretty hot, you know? And all those desert cities.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, stay on track. Yeah. Before you're talking shit to me.
The pregame.
Whoa.
Jeez. These electronics.
I know. There's everything so little also in Europe. It's little tables, little cups, little chairs. Everything's little.
Okay, but that was the grand finale to our time in Lisbon. It was this beautiful, life-changing sunset.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, we took a bus to Lagos. Which, again, I just love the transportation in Europe, right? You just, like, go to the bus station or the train station, boom, get on. 3 hours, you're in a whole new city.
Well, here's the thing. You can do that in America, but people don't do that.
Would it take 3 hours and would it be as cheap?
Yes, it's way cheap. I went to New York for like $20.
How long did it take you, babe?
18 hours.
Yeah.
You know how much further that is? That's like taking a bus from Lisbon to Prague. It's probably about the same distance.
Yeah, no, they have trains for that.
Oh, well.
But can you take a bus from Atlanta to, like, I don't know, Savannah for $20?
Absolutely. You're going to be sitting on the lap of a homeless guy. That's the difference, because everything's way cleaner and more... Do you remember how we chose Lagos, though? We just like... Because you've never been there. I've never been there.
Yeah, I don't
obviously.
know. Do you remember something else?
I think I was just looking up, like, cities you have to visit in Portugal.
I mean, I'm so glad we did.
Yeah, it is a baller beach town.
It's beautiful. It's like your typical like European little cobblestone. Everything in Europe is cobblestone.
Everything's cobblestone.
But you know what I mean? Like only cobblestone, little cafe, little restaurant,
Little cafe, little
walk to the beach.
Ooh, yeah.
Like it's so that vibe.
Yeah. And it's cliffy. It's like, oh my God, all the beautiful like rock cliffs. You're down in the crevices, surrounded.
But it is cliffy, but you can still go to the beach.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's what's really awesome about it.
Yeah,
because we've been to cliff beaches where like there's no beach,
like
essentially.
In Mexico. Yeah. Right.
But also that was actually your very first hostel.
And it was great. Everyone there is young and awesome. They're so fun.
Young.
Some, but there's also some older people.
Yeah. No, it was really great. And it's also like, I mean, yeah, like I was saying, we did the math. Like, it's going to cost us 10 each for a bunk bed, right? Why not pay 25 for our own room and bathroom?
Yeah, so...
Like, it's the same thing.
I don't know, because we met these two, like, girls, and they were like, oh, this is our roommate. So it's like, oh, they're staying in the bunk bed. I'm like, why would they not just get their own room?
Maybe they don't know. Like, we're a couple. We think of privacy.
They're also like 19, so they probably didn't think about it like that.
Yeah.
And also, it's maybe like 5 more euros.
Right. And,
and they're like, no, I'm trying to say I'm in college. Or university. I'm in university.
Right.
As it would say.
Yeah, we met a lot of people from everywhere. Like, Australia, French.
English.
Argentinian. You know, it's so...
Netherlands.
Cool and different, though. I'll never get used to how they're on holiday. Like, they're on vacation for, like, 2 months.
2 months.
Like, even the older-looking people, I'm like, oh, where are you? And they're like, oh, I've been traveling for the last month, and then I'm going here, and then I'm going there. And I'm like, you're just on vacation from work now?
Right, they all do that.
We got 2 weeks, and we're, like, thriving.
Yeah.
Like, what do we do with all this time?
No, totally. No, it is unbelievable. Yeah, when you talk to other Europeans, you're like, what are we doing wrong?
And they're like, oh, you guys are going to Naples. You should go to Florence, and you should go here, and you should... Like, they've been just everywhere.
It's also it's easier, though, for...
Totally.
I mean, especially if you live 24/7. It'd be like us going, like, you haven't been to... Like, we're in the South. You haven't been to Nashville yet? You haven't been to Charleston?
Yeah, but we haven't.
Awesome.
Like, so many people haven't. I think that's what's so different. People in Europe travel, like, tenfold. It is easier and cheaper, so maybe that's why.
It's a cultural thing.
And they get more vacation days.
Oh, for sure.
So I think it all adds up, and yes, it is a cultural thing. But I'm like, I know so many people that haven't been to cities 2 states away. You know what I mean?
Sure. Right.
And that would be their equivalent of 2 countries away.
Right. Like, what do we do?
They're like, I've been to 5 cities in each of those countries.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, but I guarantee in every single one of those countries, there's a lot of people that don't travel. Because there's a lot of people that do travel in the United States, too. You know? Yeah. I guarantee there's some country-ass people in every single one of those countries.
I just think majority of Europeans travel.
Travel more, yeah. Because like I said, I think it's just easier and it's more ingrained in the... Like, why would you not, visit it? So anyway, we're hanging out with all these hostel people. Like, the second night, we went up and... wait, so before we get to all that, I guess... So these beaches are incredible. So the hostel is whatever, but obviously we're going to these incredible beaches. It's like if you've ever been in Los Angeles, the big one's Matador Beach. It's where they film all the movies and all that. So it's like imagine you take that beach. It's with these beautiful rock structures right on the beach. And then you elevate that by like 12,000. And that's what Lagos is.
Yeah.
And like any European beach... Like we talked in our last one, there's boobs everywhere.
Yeah. So I was like, it's time, Laylee. I'm going to do it. When am I going to be in a European beach with just my boyfriend being 26? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's time to take off that top.
When you still got it.
So I did.
Right.
And it was great. It was freeing.
Yeah?
I was nervous.
What did it feel like? So the first time you did it, I mean, that's got to feel like... You're like, holy shit, all right, so everyone's chill, but I'm just going to... I mean, you had some performance-enhancing drugs inside of you called alcohol, so you're a little bit more
Champagne.
like, let's go, right? you're also like, I'm gonna lay down. I'm not gonna walk on the beach yet.
No, I never walked on the beach.
No, you never did. You couldn't do it. You were too much of a, scaredy cat. But what does that feel like?
So it feels like everyone else is doing it. Why wouldn't I do it? I'm going to do it. And I have alcohol in me. So I'm like, I'm going to do it. And then I'm like, no. Like when you're like about to literally lift it up, it's like total nerves again. Like you're like, no, I can't do it. And I remember I like stopped and I was like, no. And I like breathed. And then I was like, just do it. Because I think the hardest part is, of course, ripping the Band-Aid, right?
Right.
Like, just rip it. You can't like think about like I'm gonna take off my top now.
But once you did it,
which is what I was doing. Once you do it,
you forget about it.
That feeling goes away. It's more like, oh my God, I'm doing it, and then it's like, the sun on me feels great, type of thing. Specific
part of you, yes. Another thing that helps you too, though, I feel like, is when you didn't see just moms doing it.
Mm-hmm. It was everyone. It was all ages, all body types.
Yeah.
All kinds of people. I mean, mainly European, right? But also it's knowing that no one's going to like look at you and sexualize you.
Just an American couple, like we're saying, we're like, some guy's like, oh my God, look at that shit.
I'm sure there are though.
And you're trying not to.
I just felt like everyone around me wasn't that. So I'm like, this is the moment. I have to do it.
It was still packed and we had people right on us.
Yeah, kind of.
Which they were Scottish,
not like Barcelona.
I think they were
so glad I
Scottish.
did it in Lagos and Barcelona.
Yeah. It's a little
like
more secluded.
tenfold.
Yeah, remember the Scottish people that were next to us?
Yeah, the second day. I had already done it. I don't think I would have done it if it was them.
Yeah, because they were like touching our feet.
Exactly.
They set up so close to us. So it was ridiculous. But you did it both days. That's right. Look at you. Little Europa.
Yeah.
They're still so white, so.
I don't think I got tan. It was
No. I know. I was like, we're like, what if they're going to burn bad and you're going to peel? And also, does the color of a nipple change with sunlight? And I'm like, I'm a dude. Obviously, do they get darker? I don't know.
But I would definitely
Can you imagine your nipples peeling? That'd be so weird.
No, it sounds super painful.
When you rip off a nipple for a new one. Like, that's what happens.
I don't like
Like a snake.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, do it. Yeah, why not? I mean, I wish I could have an experience like that as a guy. Because it would be like, oh, let me show my bottom half. But that's like 7 felonies in every country ever.
No, what if you wore, I just thought of it finally. What about if you wore a Speedo?
I would do a thong. Or the Borat thing. Whatever that guy wore. Yeah, I'll rock that. That'd be hilarious.
Those are crazy. But yeah, let's do it
Or have
together.
you seen that one that's like the strap that goes, it's like one strap that goes over the shoulder?
No.
It's one strap. So it's like, they collect it to
what?
like,
and then it's like a halter?
I don't know, what does that word mean?
So like, it's one strap that then turns like this.
No, not
so
two.
You put it
No, it's one over his shoulder. So it's like, it's literally like, you take like it's like take a rope, just one rope, and you tie it in a knot, like it's just a circle, and then you just put that shit. Yeah, I see. I mean, I don't think no one does that anymore. Obviously, only gay dudes were doing it. Said obviously, but they're more revealing. Us straight dudes can't do that. We're not ballsy enough. When in Rome. Well, if you're in Rome. When in Lagos.
Yeah. But another thing, because we're in all these beautiful cliffs, is we had to go kayaking through the cliffs and the caves.
Also, I was going to say, don't do it at sunset because the water's freezing.
Yeah.
These Portugal, like the water's freezing, so do it in the middle of the day so you can go snorkeling.
Yeah, did we talk about that? The water's literally freezing. Like, it was freezing in Spain, but in Portugal, Lagos,
it was way colder than Barcelona.
An experience.
Yeah, it's Euphoria experience. You leave your body it's.
Well, like as soon as you touch it, you're numb on your toes.
Yes.
And then you just have to do it. But yeah, we did the sunset one. I mean, it was beautiful, but do the 2 p.m.
Yeah, middle of the day.
Yeah.
Get that hot sun so you can run in. And the fisherman was explaining it's like how the tide is either in or out. Like it really does determine what the temperature of the water is, which I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was saying that.
I heard that.
I heard it. Because I was like covering my arms and I was like freezing just in the literal weather. But then it's like all these Northern Europeans, They'll get in the water. They'll just jump in and then they'll come out. I'm like, you guys are insane.
I do think, do you agree that our guide, of course, non-American procedures and regulations was just like, so you want to go into that cave and maybe not come out even though you can't see the end of it? And the water's literally like...
No, it's like you ride this wave oh, no, dude, it was insane. It was like... You guys ever seen... Yeah, there's no regulation. He's like, I'll get you out, but like you might die a little bit. Just a little bit. You'd probably be paralyzed. But and every single person was like, no, we're not going to do that.
I know. I was like, well, I'm definitely not. And then you were like, I've seen enough caves. And I was like, thank God. Like, I don't want to go in there.
I'm not going to do it with you either. It's like one of those things. It's like everything was a couple. It was like if it was two dudes... ready to go, then sure, maybe, but it's like it's all these couples, or two girls, and it's like, well, dude, they're not like what you're saying. Like we're gonna ride. He was like basically like we're gonna ride this kayak into the pit of hell. That's what they called it, I believe. And then what you gotta do is you look up and for 2 seconds you can look at this awesome cave, and you gotta do a 360 of your canoe and a backflip, and then you gotta paddle 20 miles an hour up over a wave, and then you shoot back out, and it's like. Or we could just cruise on the sunset, bro. I'm not trying to do that. It was crazy.
I'm so glad everyone voted against that because that was insane. I was like, I'm not doing it. Right. I'm sorry. You can go on someone else's kayak if you want to do it, baby.
Anyway, so after that, we came back to our hostel, exhausted, but it was whatever. It's our last day.
Exhausted, but it was whatever.
Yeah, my shoulder. So it's like my ass looks great. Now my shoulders look great. Hell yeah, let's go.
Worth it.
Right. Yeah, for you, you're like, I want that CrossFit upper body. Let's go.
I'm like, actually, I'll get off the kayak. You can go into the pit of hell. Yeah. You'll look great.
With a double, I could do it on a single. But so we get back and then we go to the roof and sure enough, we're meeting everybody again and. We're hanging out with these French dudes. There's like 5 of them, and they're all like bros from high school. But no, there's other people. There's 3. There's 2 English girls, a German girl, the Argentinian, and then the Hollish girl, the Hollander. Wait, what's that?
Hollander?
No, what's the store that's in every mall ever?
Oh, Hollister?
Hollister. That's what I want to call it. Hollister. But no, Holland. And so they put a game called Schwabs where it's like, what's the name of the game? What's the name of the game? It was so fun.
Wait. But also, I just want to say something I loved about them is they were so inviting. Like, they're in their own circle.
We were going to sit somewhere else. And they're like, come over here. And we're like, we're exhausted. Do I have the energy? Yeah, because you're going to be like... Yeah, it was like, I'm going to have to cross this like language barrier, culture barrier.
And how do they always start? They're like, where are you from?
Yes.
And
what do you do?
Don't even know how to answer. Yeah. But usually we say United States. We learned that in a tour. Oh, yeah.
Well, I learned it real quick.
You learned it.
Because I was like, I don't want to ever be that egotistical fucking United States person. We're on a tour and they're like, so they go like, Layla, where are you from? And so she got kind of a convoluted answer because she's like, I'm Cuban, but now I live in America. And then I'm like, I'm just American.
No, I said, but I live in the U.S.
You think you did? You really believe that? I wish you could roll
I did.
Okay, so she said U.S. and then it comes to me and I go American. And the guy's all right, well, there's 2 Americas, so which one? And I was like, oh, God, I'm already falling. Damn it, this is my worst nightmare.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, North America. And I'm not Canadian. United States. So I always say United States now. And then everyone I met, like I always say United States now. And I forgot, maybe he was Australian. And I meet him and he goes, where are you from? In the United States? And he goes, you know what's great? Thank you for saying that. Because I feel like every time I meet anybody from the United States of America, they always say the city that they're from. They're like, I'm from New York. I'm from Boston. I'm from Chicago. I'm from Atlanta. I'm from Miami. And it's like, fuck you. That is so, it's like, you wouldn't meet someone from Spain and they go, I'm from Barcelona. They go, I'm from Spain.
Yeah.
So it's like, stop being like, every city in America, right?
Right.
No, we're one thing. We're the United States of America. And it really does like dial it back to the point like, yeah, we are all on the same team.
Yeah, well, because like you're saying, everyone else is saying what country they're from.
Yeah, country.
And every American is like, I'm from Boston.
It's so true, too.
It's like...
Have you not... You've noticed it, too, now.
No, I noticed it ever since that guy told us.
And I was like, fuck, you're so right, dude. That's so sad and kind of like I'm like, oh, stop it!
It makes sense though.
San Francisco, shut the fuck up. Yeah, right. Yeah, we're like, where are you from? I don't give a shit. I'm from New York, and it's like, you know where that is. It's like I'm Chinese. No, they're like I'm Beijing. It's like no, you're from China. Shut up. Tokyo. No, they don't do that. They say the country they're from. Anyway.
Just a hot tip or whatever.
Or not tip. Keep it in perspective of who you are as a person on this earth.
But that's the beauty of traveling is when you realize these things.
How dumb you are.
Because when you're traveling within America, then of course you're going to say the city you're from. So it's like, get out of America.
Yeah.
The U.S. It's just one country still. You know what I mean? It's not...
Lily's doing such a Latina hand movements right now. She's doing She goes,
it's just one country.
Excuse me.
It's not a continent.
Flipping
it's not
her
the
hair,
world.
touching her shit. Yeah, okay. What are you, an immigrant or something?
I don't want to go back.
Yeah, right? You're about to. And you're like, oh my God.
I'm like, bring it out.
Hot water, no Wi-Fi, all the diseases. Oh God.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, once we all introduced each other, then back to what you were saying, we all started playing this game called Schwabs.
No.
Schwabs.
You said, oh my God. Charles Schwab, an investor, and then you said Schweppes the soda. Now schnapps. Laylee, what the fuck? What the, Where are you from? What is your language?
What is the name of the game?
Let's play Schwabs. Okay. We have this investment property. The stock is rising at this percentage.
Snaps?
Schnapps? Schnapps, not snap. Not snaps.
What's schnapps?
Schnapps.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you're not. Say it again.
Schnaps.
Nailed it, baby. Nailed it. Okay, you're right. Sorry. Excuse me.
What does it mean?
It's schnapps is like a liqueur.
Schnapps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
It's like limoncello.
Sure. Yeah.
What's the name of the game?
Schnapps.
Limoncello. What's the name of the game?
Limoncello is a brand. Schnapps is not a brand, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a type of liqueur.
Gotcha.
It's German.
Well, it's really fun, and I'm going to teach everyone in America.
It's really hard. And especially like how they play it, they also incorporate languages. And you're like, whoa, this is... As a United States of America guy who's like, I barely know Spanish. I'm so fucked here, dude. But it was great.
No, it was so fun.
Anyway, let's wrap this up. We got to go eat dinner. 3.
Yeah, anything
2,
else?
Wrap it.
I wish we were in Lagos longer. It was so fun.
Of course. Take all the days there. It's amazing. It's a little town. It's a little beach town, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, we did like basically 2 days, but really 1 3/4. And I wish we had done 2 3/4. But the plus side is now we're in Italy and we are loving it. And we're going to go out to eat some delicious pasta and pizza.
Pizza and pasta.
And see you all in the next country.
Peace, y'all.
Ciao.
Ciao. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Arigato, Mr. Robato.